whenever you need to feel good about yourself or define yourself as right, there has to be something external that is wrong, that you disagree with, that you judge. And if you look in history and even in modern times, whether it's religion or the modern definition of what it means to be a good person, then it is always a limiting narrative. If you ask a Christian what it means to be a good person, then they will say that a good person is someone who doesn't drink alcohol, and someone who doesn't touch themselves, and someone who makes sure they don't have sex before marriage. If you ask a Buddhist what a good person is, then they will say that it is someone who doesn't get attached to material desire, and that it's someone who doesn't touch women. If you ask a vegan what a good person is, then they will say that it's someone who doesn't eat meat. So often you will see that people define good as a limitation, because fundamentally good or right as a definition is something the ego invents. Right and wrong, good and bad doesn't exist from God's perspective, because to God existence is just existence. If God judged wrong or bad, then they wouldn't have made it. And whenever we define ourselves as good people, whenever we make that distinction, then we are playing God. We are pretending to be above existence. We are pretending to be above the Creator, so that we can judge creation and feel better about ourselves. We think that because we do one thing and the world does another, now we are better. And the truth is that these definitions never create positivity. I have never seen a person say, I'm so happy that my neighbor is vegan and doesn't eat meat. That really makes me happy. I have never seen a person say, I'm so happy that my neighbor is a Christian and doesn't drink alcohol. Because in order to make people happy and in order to create positivity, you have to act, you have to create. Positivity is something you do, it's not something you don't do. And yet, the definition, according to most people and most cultures and traditions, is that good is something you don't do. People think that being a saint or being virtuous is a matter of limiting yourself, of castrating yourself, of detaching you from yourself. And you will never make people happy this way. You will never serve the world. You will never actually create positivity. You will simply get to feel good about yourself, sit inside your own head with your own definition, and feel pride. If you actually want to be a good person, if you actually want to create joy, if you actually want to create positivity, then you shouldn't care about limiting yourself at all. You should forget completely about morals and simply do what you love. I make people happy. I make music and people love that music. I make videos and people love those videos. I teach people and people love being taught. If you want to make people happy, then you have to think about not how to limit yourself, not how to be disciplined, not how to not do things. You have to think about maximizing yourself. You have to think about growing, you have to think about learning, and you have to think about action. Will never become a good person by thinking about what it means to be a good person. Because what it means to be a good person is fundamentally a mental concept not in line with creation or God, and it doesn't actually create positivity. And to actually be a quote unquote good person that creates positivity in the world that people are grateful for, the best thing you can do is stop caring about what it means to be good and stop thinking about morals and simply do good things. Open a bakery if you like making bread. Start a business. Do something you love. Okay? That is how you serve the world. That is how you create positivity. That is how you become a actually virtuous person. It is simply by following your heart, following your purpose, and nothing more. Bless you.